Trap 1, Stafford Gambit Trap. It starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, and after white captures your pawn on e5, you play knight c6, offering a gambit. White takes your knight, you recapture with your d-pawn, and white naturally plays d3 to defend their central pawn. You immediately bring your bishop out to c5. White sees a chance to pin your knight and plays bishop g5, but you ignore the pin completely and play knight takes a4. If white gets greedy and takes your queen on d1, you play bishop takes f2 check. White's king is forced to e2, and bishop g4 delivers a beautiful checkmate. White thought they were winning a queen, but they lost the game in just 8 moves. Trap 2, Englund Gambit. Trap when white opens with d4, you immediately challenge them with e5. White takes your pawn and you play knight c6, followed by queen e7 to attack the e5 pawn twice. White defends with bishop f4, and you play queen b4 check, setting up a triple threat against white's king, bishop, and the b2 pawn. White blocks the check with bishop d2, but you simply capture the b2 pawn with your queen. If white plays bishop c3 to attack your queen, you respond with bishop b4, pinning their bishop to the king. If white tries queen d2 to defend, you trade bishops with bishop takes c3, and after white recaptures, queen c1 delivers a swift checkmate. Trap 3, Tennison Gambit. ICBM Trap. You start with knight f3 d5 and immediately strike with e4, offering a gambit. Black takes on e4 and you play knight g5, threatening the pawn. Black defends with knight f6, so you push d3, inviting them to trade. After pawn takes d3, you recapture with bishop takes d3. Black tries to kick your knight with h6, but you unleash knight takes f7, sacrificing the knight and forcing black's king out. After king takes f7, you play bishop g06 check. Black's king is forced to capture on g6, leaving their queen on d8 totally defenseless. You play queen takes d8, winning their queen in just 7 moves. Trap 4, Elephant Trap. If you play the queen's gambit declined, this trap is a classic way to punish over-aggressive players. After d4, d5, c4, e6, knight c3, and knight f6, white pins your knight with bishop g5. You develop naturally with knight b to d7. White sees that your d5 pawn is now attacked twice and looks underdefended, so they play pawn takes d5, knight takes d5, and knight takes d5. It looks like black just blundered, but you recapture with pawn takes d5, leaving your queen completely unprotected. If white grabs your queen with bishop takes d8, you play bishop b4 check. White has to block with queen d2, you take their queen, recapture their bishop, and end up a full piece ahead. Legal's Mate, one of the most satisfying checkmates, and it starts with e4. Your opponent mirrors you with e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, d6, knight c3. Nothing suspicious so far. Your opponent plays bishop g4, pinning your knight to your queen. You kick it away with h3. They move at bishop h5, keeping the pin alive. And here's where everything changes. You play an unexpected move. Knight takes e5, a brilliant move, completely undefended. They see your queen just sitting there for the taking and they grab it. Obviously, who wouldn't? But then you play bishop f7 check. The king has nowhere to go except to 7. And then you play knight d5. Another check. The king looks around for an escape square. There isn't one. 2 knights and a bishop have just delivered checkmate. That's Legal's Mate. Trap 6, Siberian Trap. If you face the Smith-Morra Gambit against the Sicilian Defense, this trap wins white's queen in seconds. After e4, c5, and d4, white sacrifices a pawn with c3. You take on c3, white recaptures with knight takes c3, and you develop with knight c6, e6, and queen c7. White develops normally with knight f3 and castles. You play knight f6, and after white plays queen at 2, you play knight g4, threatening a battery on the h2 pawn. White tries to kick your knight with h3, but you play knight d4. If white takes your knight with knight takes d4, queen h2 is checkmate. If white takes on g4 instead, knight takes e2 check wins their queen. Trap 7. The Halosar Trap. Arising from the ultra-aggressive Black-Mar-Demer Gambit, you start with d4, d5, then play e4, offering a pawn. Black takes on e4, you respond with knight c3, and after knight f6, you offer another pawn with f3. Black takes on f3, but instead of taking back with the knight, you recapture. With queen takes f3, offering the d4 pawn as well. Black greedily takes on d4 with queen takes d4. You play bishop e3, attacking their queen. Black plays queen b4, attacking b2 and planning to skewer your queen and rook with bishop g4. You let them. You castle queenside, oh. Black plays bishop g4, thinking they've won your queen, but you play the devastating knight b5. If black takes your queen on f3, knight takes c7 is an instant checkmate.